15 years ago, GoPros were purely action cameras, meaning they were small, sturdy, and capable of capturing high-definition video. But now, these cameras are one of the most versatile on the planet, and capable of capturing incredibly cinematic video. What's going on, guys? It's Ray here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to turn your GoPro footage into professional level video. Now, tip number one is all about your resolution and frame rate. Now, when it comes to resolution and frame rate, there's about 3 options that I highly recommend using, and these are the 3 that I use all the time while filming. And those are 5.3K 60, 5.3K 30, and 4K 120. Now, I know there's 3 different options, and you're asking, well, which one should I use while filming? It all comes down to your frame rate and what you're actually filming in the moment. Now, if you're doing something high action like scuba diving, snowboarding, snorkeling, something with a lot of pace, you're gonna wanna keep that frame rate up. So you're gonna wanna do 5.3K 60 or 4K 120 for those. Slow motion is the easiest way to get cinematic looking footage. So if you're doing high action stuff, you wanna have at least 60 frames per second so you can slow down your footage. However, on the other hand, if you're not doing a sport or something high action, you're gonna wanna keep that frame rate pretty low. 5.3K 30 is gonna allow for you to capture really cinematic looking video, especially if you're trying to get the sun in your shots, stuff like that. 30 frames per second is gonna look great. Hollywood movies are typically shot in 24 frames per second to put that into perspective. Now, tip number 2 is to have your sharpness set on high. Now, I'm pretty sure when you get a GoPro brand new, its sharpness is already set on low. However, you're gonna wanna go into your settings and turn that on high. It's not gonna make a world of a difference, however, it's just gonna make your video look more crisp, your colors are gonna be better, and overall, your footage is gonna look more professional. Tip number 3 are some smaller settings adjustments to help you capture better video. So first and foremost, you are gonna wanna have hyper smooth stabilization turned on. GoPro cameras, especially the Hero 10 and 11, have the best in-body stabilization out of any camera on the market. Now, after that, if you do have the Hero 11, you're gonna wanna turn 10-bit color on. If you don't have the 11, you can scratch this because it's only available on this camera, but 10-bit color basically allows for your camera to capture more vibrant looking colors. So if you do have the Hero 11, it is a must to have 10-bit turned on. Tip number 4 is all about your field of view. And when it comes to field of view, there are 2 recommendations I can give. That's either the standard linear field of view or super view. Let's start off with linear. Linear is the most basic field of view you can use. It's the one that I use 99.9% of the time while I'm filming, and it basically is just the same field of view that your standard camera films. But after that, you do have super view. Super view can be used in a lot of different situations, especially underwater on a reef, it'll look really good. However, if you're also trying to get some cinematic low to ground shots, super view is gonna help you out there too. Now, when you buy a GoPro, it comes in the field of view of wide. That is the standard action camera field of view. However, I don't really recommend using that. When you film in wide, it kind of really gives you that standard action camera look that GoPros are trying to get away from, that you don't want to have in your video if you're trying to make it look cinematic, so you don't want to film in wide. Tip number 5 is to use creative shots. Now, when it comes to getting creative shots, it's all in the name. It's all up to being creative. Whatever you come up with while you're out filming, use that. GoPros are one of the most versatile cameras on the planet, and if you're not using that to your advantage, your footage isn't gonna look as good as it can. But just always have that in the back of your mind while you're out filming to get as creative shots as possible. Now, with the right settings, this is my GoPro footage compared to my Lumix GH5S, which is a pro level camera. Of course, they're totally different kinds of cameras, so the perspective on the shot is a little bit different, but if you can tell, the Hero 11 has better color and I think gives a little more of a cinematic look because I have the right settings. Alright, now make sure to let me know in the comment section down below what your trick is to capturing cinematic video with your GoPro. But that is going to wrap up today's video, but before you go, make sure to smash that like button, and most importantly, subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss out on awesome videos just like this one. I'm Ray Tiller, and I'll see you on the next video.